There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Click to try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today. In 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
All right. It's just the screen's not bringing it through. Why is our gray line on the right side? There we go. Illusion complete. Right. Okay. go with that. All right. Welcome everybody. How's it going? Sid's got game. Happy to see it anytime. Thanks for hanging out initially while I was accidentally on screen when I wasn't supposed to be. I occasionally like to do that and screw things up. Just have like a full on. Going great. Wrong window. Alright. Camera. Where is it? Video capture device? Yes. Just gonna make this a little bit bigger. Because I'm a tiny man on screen sometimes. There we go. Okay. Okay, so we want to put there. Yes. Great. Okay, looks like we're all set up this time. Great. Because I have it higher than I want to be able to speak over it pretty easily. One thing I've not been doing is like having the microphone at the right like proximity. Because I noticed that it sounds a little echoey if I don't have it like right next to my face. Let me know how the levels feel on that, because I could see it be at certain levels in my OBS, but if it requires tweaking, just let me know. Okay, so we are on episode 19 of Doodle Day, specifically Fusion for Gen 2. So, it's been a long journey, hasn't it? It's been a long, long journey. And let's actually look at last episode really quick before we get started here. So there's Grand Plup. Let's go to the first one here first. So we have Snub. Ah, right, Snub Crow, right. Or Detective on Scene. This will be Detective Pikachu episode 2, right? And then we have Lugatop. Yeah, Lugia and Hitmontop, I think is what it was called. I forgot that one. This one's great. Bliss Ursa, that's right. Blissey and a little baby Ursa. Oh. This guy's butt is exploding. It's a Girafflosion. Girafflosion. Raffles, whatever. This one was probably the weirdest one in the last episode, right? It's a Fortress Leaf. Bayleaf and I think it's just Fortress. I got Grandpa. Golden Fur. Aw. How lovely. So now we are on episode 19. Those are pretty good ones, right? They are getting. I would say generally they're all getting better. I would say the first one, episode 18, is not my best by far. I don't like the contrast on it. I don't think it's terrible. I think it's just the color contrast, the bright pink. But I do like the shadow on it, on its head. And the overall design itself looks pretty great. I like it. I should leave it on that. I think I'm gonna do like a... not a best of, but like a... like my favorites or something like that. And maybe I'll do like what I think are some of my best drawings from various episodes, whether they're old or new. And then I'll have, like, something on Twitter you can vote or something like that. Maybe on my TikTok as well. I'll just do, like, a best of favorite from, like, certain episodes. Okay. Anything else we're going to talk about before we get started? Well, obviously, too, there was I have to look up actual news on this because I don't know what's actually going on with it, but the Blizzard strike, Blizzard Activision, I should say, Blizzard Activision walkout. Yep. So I'm gonna look this up before we get started here, because obviously I'm very invested in it. Workers walkout. Yep. 9 hours ago. That would be perfect then. Okay. 10 a.m. they walked out.
Want to hear something amazing?
Wow, it is a shitload of people on one
your credit card at the end of
one
the first year, automatically
picture
dollar for
walking
dollar,
out at once.
with
They're all
no
standing by the
limit how
front
much you
gates
can
too.
earn.
Holy crap.
Extra cash. Come on, how amazing is
Wow.
that? In fact, it's even more amazing when you realize all the places where
Well,
Discover is accepted.
I mean,
99% of
as
places
someone
in the
who's
US
been
accept
very
credit cards.
invested in
So when it comes to Discover, get used to hearing yes
game
more
design
often.
culture
Learn
and
more
just,
at
you know, having
discover.com/yes.
a workplace
2021
that's
Nielsen report.
desirable,
Limitations apply.
I can't really
Jersey Mike's would like
emphasize enough how important it is to me, specifically like big companies, like any company. It does actually. It's the whole point, actually, right? Any company at any time should be held liable for these things,
It tastes good too.
and no one should
Make a sub
feel
Let your taste
like
buds be the judge. Download
they're
the
making
Jersey Mike's
a
app and enter promo
a
code Radio1 to get $1 off a regular sub
potentially
now
dangerous
through July
decision
11th.
by
That's radio and the number one for $1 off a regular sub in the Jersey
by
Mike's
potentially like basically just calling out their boss or something, so, any sort of situation like that, right? So, if anybody has any modicum of doubt about how I feel about the Blizzard walkout, I'm 100% in support of it. I'm someone who believes, we live in a capitalist culture, especially in America, so, like, the best way you can teach these people, stop fucking around, literally and figuratively, just don't play their stuff. I think, at least. There are others who will argue, and I see where they're coming from, which is that, like, keep playing their stuff, but also pressure them for change, because you have to have an example in big companies like this. It's not like, oh, well, they're a bigger company, so it doesn't really matter what we say. It's like, no, it has to be the exact opposite. It has to be the workers making a decision and the customers making a decision, because that's what's ultimately getting things done. The CEO cannot make a video game. And if they did, fantastic, but that's a whole different story, right? So I will not be playing Sekiro after this today. Maybe not even Friday, honestly, whether I want to or not. Like, on Friday, I might just consider playing something else. But yeah, since Sekiro is published by Activision, and that's something that I almost completely forgot until I started playing it on Monday, that it was actually published by Activision. I'm like, oh, fuck, that's right. So I had to think about it for a little bit, because it was that very question I just mentioned earlier, or that idea earlier, which is that you can still enjoy games made by these companies, in theory, as long as they're being pressured to make a change, right? So, without rambling too long, short story is I will probably actually be doing a just Doodle stream tonight, because I actually stayed home from work today because I did not get any sleep. I have a tremendous headache right now. Pain pills are helping, but I just wasn't able to get any sleep last night, so I stayed home. I might even stay home tomorrow, depending on how I feel. But we're just gonna keep it low energy today. I am also gonna redo some assets here. So, like, the guesses I draw, I want to redo that. I think I can do better, and I think I can just do it like a different 10 or something. But we'll do that quick here too. Hey, you're back. Welcome. So, shortened rant for you, Sid's Got Game. No Blizzard games tonight, no Activision Blizzard games today, so I will not be playing Sekiro tonight. It'll be just a Doodle stream. I fully support everything that the Activision Blizzard teams, anywhere in their company, what they're doing to, support the employees of that company. So that's the short of it. Yes. Okay. The first thing we're going to do today, though, like I mentioned, I'm going to redo Guess As I Draw, which you see on the screen now. I'm not a big fan of how it looks. It's also in my overlay on here, right? So if I go to Files, Guess As I Draw. Okay, so we'll replace that here in a second. Okay. Oh, sorry. Get this in the right position there. There we go. My fancy Pokemon outline brush. Let's see what that was for. Like a different brush. Is it because it's so thick? Holy cow. It like completely changes its character because it's got thicker. Doesn't look bad actually. It looks like a really nice like Sharpie pen, which I didn't realize would happen. Oh, it's too high up. I just realized you guys couldn't see that. I think I like the... looks a little too, like, not perfect. I'll just say that, right? We can associated with like a font or something like that. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. You'll find that pretty much like anything I do, like I want to do it great. So I apologize if this is like a little awkward. Draw words. So I use a Huan 22 or is it 18 Pro? I forget exactly which one it is, but it's a Huan Pro of a specific size, which I will look up right now. But it's pretty good. I don't want to give it too much credit because it's not great, but I would say it's pretty good. The screen is pretty low resolution, which I'm not crazy about, but you have to bump up your pay quite a bit in order for it to be like how much you're paying for it in order to get like a better one. So it's the Canvas KAMVAS Pro 13 GT133 pin display drawing monitor, 13.3 inches. It's alright. I think I paid $250 at the time. Looks like it went up a little bit. Yeah, it's a good one to get started with specifically. So if you want to try out a literal drawing tablet and not like the pen mouse style, I hate those. I can't use them. I tried for a long time. I mentioned this previously. I don't know. Well, you haven't been here, right? You just started. You hung on Monday. You have a tablet too? Nice. I wanted to get a Cintiq. Those are like $1,500. And I wouldn't say that that's impossible for me to pay for, but it's like also, should I? Try this again here. I feel like it's just XP Pen. Okay, I have heard of those too, actually. Is it a screen tablet or is it the like the draw on a blank gray pad tablet? I forget what those are called. Screen? Nice. Okay, cool. I think it just helps naturally. If you're one of those people that can draw on one of those, I applaud you. I just am not one. In general, I don't mean you specifically, but yeah, even after having done it for years, when I was working in game design, screen tablets are better. Yeah, they can be quirky. Like this one kind of is. The software is a little weird, but it works. You just have to get used to it. It's another one of those things where like, because I put the time in and then I was just like, all right, I have it set basically for what I want, and that's basically all I need it to do. It's fine. I wish it had more buttons. That's about it. It has... I don't know if you can see them there. But there's like 2 buttons on the top with a power button, and then slidey scrolly button. And then 2 more buttons on the bottom. I don't know what this bottom blank button does, but I haven't really screwed around with it, so I'm not really all that worried about it. Excuse me. But yeah, it's fine. Fine. If I want to, I'll be getting a different one at some point. Because I obviously don't want to stop doing this. I love streaming drawing. It's great. I love seeing people talk about it too, and have conversations about it. Throw these compilations up. We'll interact with them. It's awesome. E's are hard. I will say that. I like this sweet thing like that. There we go. No. That looks too sloppy to me. I do not have good handwriting. When it's just like, no, it's not. It's basically counts as a monitor. So it's connected to my PC, my Windows PC, and it just counts as a touchscreen monitor. It counts as a screen, which OBS accepts. and then my computer just runs the software through it. Like it basically just counts as like another screen. So it's like I have another screen over here, but I'm just holding it. And I can draw on it. Capacitive pen, I believe is what it's called. So resistive? Pretty sure it's capacitive. Let's try a different pen and see because it'll be nice and blocky then. Doodle Day, let's do this one. I'll make this big. Oh, I like that better actually.
Life is full of questions. Like, why does round pizza come in a square box? Should I eat more kale? And how much is my car worth? Well, CarMax can't help with
So I like this minus guess.
your car's worth.
So I'm gonna try and do
You can
guess
cancel
over
offer at
again.
CarMax.com, and it's good for 7 days, leaving you plenty of time to ponder the great mysteries of life.
That looks a lot better.
How can something taste awfully
Actually, gonna do it.
good?
This is like super non-traditional drawing style, which is like, oh, I can use different layers. I could select and delete. Oh, isn't as fancy? I think that looks better. So guess as I draw. I'm sorry, you are new. That's right, I forgot about that. So guess as I draw is literally as you read it. It means that I'm going to. Well, first of all, this is just this is typically not part of the stream, right? Because this is me setting up a title overlay for what you see at the top of the screen there. I'm just replacing it. I'm gonna do this really quick. Save. Go. Grab the image before saving. G. And replace. Well, we'll keep the old one. Call this one 2. So I draw 2. There we go. Save. Okay, let me just go back and do. Why are you not here? Oh, it's a. So why is it not letting me do that? Here we go. Okay, brush tool. Tool. Now we're back to normal. Okay, so we're back to our doodle scene, which is what we're initially doing. Sorry, so the summary of what's going on today is I'm going to pick 2 Pokemon via, I think it's called, that's not a very intuitive name, but if you look up random Pokemon generator, I have one that basically can select from all 8 generations, and unfortunately this version does not actually combine the 2 images. It just shows 2 images, and then I pick I basically take inspiration from that, and I try to combine them in a creative way. So I can go back here in just 1 second. Let me finish this swap here really quick. Scene assets. There. Upload. Submit. There we go. I think that's better. Okay. So now we got that sorted out, we don't have to worry about it anymore, right? So hit save. Get out of here. Close that. And then I will show you a preview of an example of what basically is going on, right? So I'm looking at this right now on a different browser, on a web browser. And it's basically just showing 2 Pokemon, right? So I can hit generate again, and then it will show 2 Pokemon from generation 2. You can pick different generations here. So I close this now, and I'm going to hit the button again. I like the idea. I gave kind of a spoiler because I wanted to do this one. So I'm going to do this one, so you might not, you'll be able to guess it right away, but if other people join in, it'll be fun for them. So don't give it away, right? Give them hints, but generally, if you guess it, you should shout it out and be like, hey, did you get it? I got it. Let me tell you the 2 that I got, and then if you want, you can come up with a name for the 2 of them together. So like, this one would be Iglysola, or Corlibuff or Corbuff or something like that. But generally, it's just a guessing game. It's like kind of Pictionary, but a little bit more advanced because I'm spending more time drawing it. And I'll go back here and actually show you from last episode. So we had Snubble and Murkrow. So you can see the Murkrow in the hat and the color of the jacket and everything, and it's just Snubble with a trench coat on. Lugia top. Yep. Corlibuff. That's a good one too, Corlibuff. This is Lugia and Hitmontop. And then we've got... This one was very simple, because it's literally just holding a baby, and it's like Joey pouch, or whatever you want to call it, right? So that's Blissey and Ursa something. Ted Ursa, that's right. So this is Giraffig and Typhlosion. And then it's got, basically an exploding, I was gonna say 40 butt, but it basically, I redrew the concept of it so that it's like it's burning the rest of the Pokemon. I thought that looked kind of cool. This one is Fortress, which is that like, I don't know how to drop. It's like a bivalve, like a clam Pokemon. Oh, okay, gotcha. And then Grandpluff is the last one we did last time. Bug Steel type. Okay. Yeah, this was probably one of the better ones from last stream. He just looks like he's glowing with the hair, and he's just not having a good time. But again, one of the things I love doing with this. Let me see if I have that one still from this stream. Is it last? Oh, it's the last generation, so I don't have that one with me. But the idea that like there's some Pokemon owner out there or whatever, a trainer, and they're just super in love with their Pokemon, and they take their Pokemon to like a pet store, and they buy it like cute outfits, or they get it groomed to be really cute, right? But we have multiple episodes where we do stuff like this. This is episode, like I said, 19. So almost half a year of just combining Pokemon, and about half of that is Generation 1. So by all means, go back and check those out. It's on my Instagram, it's on my Twitter, it's on my Discord, and all that stuff. Thanks very much. I also did Generation 1 and 2 drawing from memory. Those are on YouTube. Not very proud of those. That's when I was still kind of finding my footing with these. It's been a road of improvement. But by all means, go out and check those. Any of the old episodes. They're all fun to go back to and kind of remember, right? We'll get that to that. There we go. All right, so we're gonna start with this one first. This will be a fun, like, starter for us to start with. Surprise there. So I have like a couple brushes that I like to use to start with. And so anybody else is new, welcome. Guess as I draw, Generation 2 Pokemon Fusions. So these are all going to be only Generation 2 Pokemon. A couple of you are in here. I think Sunny Hippie's still hanging around. Sizgot Gang, and someone else. It'd be Heise. Heise is still here, I'm guessing. Alright, so we have a roundy. Yeah, a little bit too much of a perfectionist, right? The other thing too is I try to imitate like the same style or like body. What's the word I want to use? Posture and stuff like that like actual Pokemon does have in things like I go the other way, body type. So like Pikachu has kind of like the baggy bottom, like it's not like a defined, like Pikachu's bottom isn't, or the bottom half isn't really like this generally. It's more like, so like this would be the belly, right? And these would be the feet hanging out here, right? And then the tail and butt and stuff like that. So it would be like this. With Pikachu, typically now, it's got like a vague body. I don't know how else to describe it, right? So it's like this. It's just like a I don't know how to describe it, right? I try to imitate that and maintain that is what I mean, actually, right? So I'm gonna try this again, a little bit more detail. I'm gonna have some fun with how like this Pokemon kind of looks. There. Okay, cool. So Sid, since you're here chatting, do you actually stream? I don't know if I actually checked in since last time. Do you actually stream anything? Or do you just like to hang out? You do not stream, okay. I know it was kind of a big push. It definitely was something that got me into it. Was just the whole everybody being home, having kind of nothing else to do at the time. For the whole pandemic stuff. So I really enjoy the production element of it. That's kind of what got me into it. Med student, so I actually don't have much time to stream. Okay, yeah. No, that makes total sense. That makes total sense. I actually know somebody who just became a doctor. They're going for GP. So they were a EMT for a while too, which is just, I can't imagine. I mean, we need EMTs, but obviously there's people who can do it, but I cannot imagine having the energy or wherewithal to be able to do something like that. And I have all the more respect for people who do. But what are you specializing in? Or if is it still something here? I don't know how long you can go into med school and not be sure about what you're specializing in. So I'm not sure if that's a dumb question. Or actually ask my friend when they decided probably fairly early on they knew where to go, what direction. Gastrosurgery. Oh, okay, so intestinal surgery and large, small intestine kind of stuff. A lower abdomen, as it were. That's the other thing too. Yeah, digestive tract. That's the other thing too. It's a fun little thing. I don't want to say fun, but it's just something that probably a lot of people don't consider, which is from your mouth and out your asshole. It's outside your body, which is really weird to think about, right? It's like there's no way to really describe it. It's not inside your body. It's a tube that goes technically through your body, but it's still outside of your I don't know how else to describe it. It's something weird that you have to think about, right? It just made me think about it for a minute or two when I first heard about it. It's like, oh yeah, it's totally right. Technically. You have to pass it through you, but it's this tube that doesn't actually... I don't understand clearly what you're trying to say. So, literally from your mouth to your rectum, it's outside your body. I know the tube is technically within your chest cavity or your skin and everything like that, but it's considered outside your body. So if there was something going on in your stomach, it's technically outside your body. If it's going on in your small intestine, it's outside your body. If it's going on in your throat, it's outside your body because it's not a organ or a tissue, right? It's surface, not inside. Isn't this weird to have to how does someone who's not in med school? I wanted to make this a little anecdote, but I ended up just not having the information to describe it properly. But it is tissue. Okay, so yeah, I guess it is tissue, right? But it's the same. You consider it the same as that's not even true either. Dr. Drew was talking about it, and I was like, wow, that's actually really interesting to think about. And then that was about it. I didn't bother researching it at all. I was just like, I guess it is. Not inside, but... That was a fun little tangent, wasn't it? Little tangent for me to confuse multiple people with. So we're done. We're gonna move on. We're back to drawing, right? I think I'm done with what the concept I want to do it. So let's move on to this. Your favorite meal becomes deathly toxic one random day during your life, or you can never enjoy any piece of music, any music ever again. Which would you choose? Good pivot. Thank you, Stream Elements. Thank you. It's a tough one, isn't it? One of my buddies was talking. He's like, "I think this might be one of your best yet." And I'm like, "Yeah, I think so too. I think it's a really hard, like, do you just like potentially live a life of complete like lack of enjoyment of music and no, what's the word I want to use? Like musical joy, like during a movie, you might actually be taken out of it because the music is just your favorite meal becomes toxic. That's interesting. So it could be your next one, your next, meal of the day. Like literally later today, you could eat something and you just die, and that's unfortunate. But music is still fun, right? Still get to have fun with that. But in this instance, whatever you enjoy the most at the moment could kill you. I like using a handle, and I can handle not eating my favorite meal. So then it becomes your second favorite meal. So this is the thing, it chases you like that. So if you're like, oh, I love mac and cheese, but I guess I just can't eat mac and cheese anymore. It's like, nope. Then it becomes whatever your second one is, like ice cream or something. It chases, that's the curse. So you kind of just have to eat like, I guess I can tolerate this kind of stuff. You can never be like, oh my god, this is my new favorite meal. Unless you want to die. It's one of those hypotheticals where you're not supposed to think about the rules too much. It's just, I mean, it is fun to talk about them at the same time. So the whole thing of this conversation is meant to like keep your mind like, can I like have a bite and then I maybe just lose a limb, and it's like, nope, you just straight up die. So there's no more enjoying. Hypothetically, for me, it would be ramen, and I don't know what could replace ramen as my favorite meal. That's actual ramen, not shitty grocery store American drop. Well, it's the same everywhere, right? But it's, what was that, like 10 cents a piece now or something like that? Yeah, I mean, it's another incentive for you to just be like eating healthy and shit, right? And I like broccoli, but it's definitely not my fucking. Alright, so now we gotta make these eyes look fake. Maybe we just don't include the eyes. Because the other thing we could do is actually do this. With like a hole in it. Draw the rest of it first, though. We might try that. This. Oops. I want it to look like it's still front, right? Something else I have to get used to again is the posture. It has two eyes. It has. Well, you already know. I guess I didn't tell you the concept of what I'm going for, but it is one Pokemon combined in this image. So in this one specifically, I chose to twist it a little bit. The idea of what a fusion can be, and I've done this before too. Like I've done. Actually, we have that one handy. I'll bring it up here in a second.
Black Friday sales for new furniture. Yes. Did I keep that promise?
Was that one?
Technically, yes.
Nope.
At Ashley Home Store's Black
Stop.
Friday and July sale, now extended through Monday.
I think it's this one.
Get up to 40% off.
So like this one, it's a Pokemon, yeah, like a
72
fusion.
months,
Where
no
is it?
interest. And with special offers every Friday, there's no real reason to wait till
I guess it's
November.
in a different one. I don't remember which one it is.
Shop and save without the turkey-induced sleepiness. Ashley Home
Please?
Store. This is home. See store ashleyhomestore.com.
It's one of my favorites, so I want to show you because it's great. It might actually be this one. Here, yep, there it is. So this one is one of my favorites so far. It's a stuffed Heracross. And I love the style I done for it. Yeah, this one's great. Yeah, he's expensive. But if I were to make like a guest, yeah, isn't it? I really appreciate that. Thank you. But if I were to do like prints, like a sticker, I would definitely do this one. Yeah, it actually makes me wonder if I did this. Oh, I did. I can just take that off. Nice. Okay, cool. So I might do a print of this one. That might actually be a sticker I do someday or something like that. But this one's cool too. I actually really like this one. I like the style I chose, but it's like a cooling lava Corsala. So it's like a what the hell is that one? It's like a lava slug or whatever. Anywho, let's go back to this one. Still not done with this. What's trickier than drawing like a half circle, like a perfect half circle, is trying to draw one at an angle. And then like having it cut off too. There we go. A little bit bigger. To get that perspective in, right? Okay, so I think we're set. What I'm gonna do is this is going to be there we go. So yeah, the idea is, if you haven't gotten it already, whoops, I forgot the pupils and the eyeballs. But it's wearing a hat, so it's like it went to a theme park and got a hat. I want it to be like looking up though. So it has to have more sclera. So this part of the eye down here, it has to be wider, right? In this instance, it's oh god. So something else that's a little wonky about this one. So right now, obviously Sekiro. I have played things like I've done Minecraft. I've done Planet Zoo, which I'm looking forward to getting back to actually. Raft, The Outer Wilds, not Outer Worlds. I have played that, but not on stream. The Outer Wilds I did, that was a lot of fun. A bunch of other stuff. I just pick one thing that I want to play. Sometimes I do things that are Apex as well. Apex Legends. I do play that a bit. Actually, you know what? If it depends how I'm feeling. Like I said, I stayed home sick today because I wasn't feeling. I'm still not feeling great. Headache's coming back. Actually, now I think about it. Now I'm actually thinking about it. My headache is right there. So Apex Legends, stuff like that too. But if you want, use some of those channel points and vote for the next game that I will play. I'm looking forward to playing Planet Zoo at some point, but it does not have to be next. I also just got Link's Awakening. There's a game called Proteus on the Xbox Store, or actually it's included with Xbox Game Pass. And then the third one, I think it is, yeah, that's Planet Zoo. And yeah, so basically people who are watching on a regular basis can vote for what we play next. Okay, this is looking adorable. We might have to include a little bit of the swirly swirl on here, otherwise we're not going to be able to tell who it is. Jigglypuff has that, well, spoiler for people who don't know already, but oh well. But yeah, this is a hat that is being worn. Okay, so we can get rid of that and start coloring her in. Alright, good. Let's see, so we go back to our Doodle Day brush to fill in the color, and we want like a very, very faint pink. Let's see, very, very light. That looks good. And it'll actually show shade as well once we color this all in. Okay, nice. Nice indeed. Tender. Does anybody else remember? I might be too old for someone, or some people to remember. It might be too old for someone to remember, but Saturday morning cartoons on ABC, I believe. Or was it? No, it wasn't Nickelodeon. I can't remember. Was it UPN? Something like that back in the day. I don't watch TV anymore, so I don't care. But Recess was a TV show that was fairly popular. I actually really liked one of the interstitials, which was like a yearbook with all the pictures were animated. So it was a little like almost like what's the term? I always forget the terms. Oh, the Uncanny Valley, because it was just like animated with like faces that were just like animated like with like O, E, I, O, or all the vowel and like consonant like looks on their faces and like kind of like smoothed together. It was really creepy but hilarious at the same time. Some really obnoxious characters and stuff like that. But it was like basically the teacher's picture was there, and then these kids were like, I don't know, personalities and stuff. It was a lot of fun. This randomly came into my head. Should look that up actually. That'd be a fun little. It is hilarious. I'm trying to remember what the hell it was called, but if I can get away with it, I'll try and include that as like, instead of having like a rolling picture, like right now I have my, I won't do it now, but my intermission is like a rolling slideshow of my current aquarium fish, which is another hobby I have. Oh, that's another thing I've done actually. If you haven't seen it, I did a live stream where I built an aquarium, and I actually need to include a follow-up picture or video of how it looks so far. Algae is a thing, so we might need to get some snails for it. But we did a live aquarium build where I did aquascaping. I think it's actually up on YouTube now. It might not have been a little while ago, but sorry, it's also like incredibly hot in my apartment right now, and it's fucking humid as crap. But yeah, check that out. I'm gonna do some more of that in the future. We need like this color. Oops. I think it's a little too pink. We need like a bit more sherbety. I don't know how else to call it, but I guess it is like sherbet colored, right? Less saturated too. So maybe I think we'll go with that. And then when we shade it, it'll be the right color. Okay, so now we need to, unfortunately, actually, you know what we can do? Is this. So we can duplicate this layer, and then we can cut it off. All right. So how long have you been in med school? Is it, I guess how long have you known that you wanted to go into? That's another question, right? I always find these kind of questions
Dear Mattress,
interesting.
We've been through a lot. Friday night binge sessions, that time I tried CrossFit, and of course, quarantine. But lately, I'm not getting the support I need from you. So I'm going to Ashley Homestore's Black Friday and July mattress sale to get up to 40% off select mattresses, plus get an additional 10% off or 60 months no interest on Tempur-Pedic and Beauty Rest Black, starting at just $29 a month. I'm sorry, it's not me, it's you.
I do have some of these songs downloaded because they are free to free music that they've supplied through a SoundCloud.
Like listening to music with ads.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
But you can't seem to skip over the bad. Except at CarMax, you don't even need to come into the store.
You're about to finish up.
And in select markets, home delivery. When it comes to making sure you.
And then the residency. I'm guessing that's a long thing. Again, I know nothing about
goodbye.
The medical school process, I guess. It's just not going to go away now. Oh, this. Weird. I'm going to match that color. So I should bring it up to the pictures. Why did I do that? And was that something you specialized in, or you found your natural ability to? I guess what's the word I want to use? You were just naturally apt for it, so to speak. I'll go with that. That looks good. Right, light layer. Gotcha. Good. Okay. Well, my parents are also doctors, and I had some knowledge beforehand. So that's the other thing too. I definitely feel that kind of thing. Although I guess with my parents, neither of them were artists. Neither of them went to college, as far as I'm aware. And I was the only one in my family to actually do that. So naturally, it just kind of, I was on my own, so to speak. My older brother did, or my younger brother did go to school for electrician work after he came back from service. And I don't have a ton in common with him, but he definitely had a different school experience than I did. And his was all paid for too, so like I had to kind of scrimp it out. But I feel like, did you feel like you had a choice, or was it? I don't want to get too far into it if you don't want to talk about it. But do you feel like it was kind of predetermined that that's what you would go to school for? Because I definitely did not think things through before I went to college. Which is a short way of saying I did the wrong thing, and then I went to ITT and paid for it, literally. Okay, that's cool. You're definitely setting you up for yourself up for a like logic, but not, I don't want to say logical as in like to be like so literally clinical about it, like to be lacking emotion. Is that you're setting yourself up for a long or fruitful future, because everyone will always need help medically, right? All right, my brain just blanked out. Oh yeah, that's right. Color. So I'm gonna brighten this up a little bit with this brush. Shading there. Big. Mask it out. Lighten this area up. Probably need a bit brighter of a brush. So let's go ahead. Brighten her up. And I did not mask this properly. One thing I actually probably should have tried to go to school for when I was a kid, or like learn more about, was like oceanography. I love like it go like I didn't choose Snorkulese by accident and it wasn't necessarily like my first choice for a streamer name, but I definitely have always loved the water and things that live in the water, and you know, just water chemistry. Not chemistry, I don't say. Pretend that I had that kind of inclination as a kid, but I definitely loved swimming and shit like that as I was growing up. So I don't want to say missed out, because I could still go for something like that as a full-grown big boy adult. That's a much piece out there. Oh, something like that. A little under here too. Under too much. What I can do actually is, oopsies, I didn't want to do that. Let's try it. As you go over and over again, it kind of like helps feather it down. Always gotta feather it, brother. Always gotta feather it. don't know what I'm talking about, that's fine. Yeah. Add some real, what's the word I want to use? Deep cuts when it comes to, if you're a fan of podcasts like I am. Where is that? Perfect. Let's see. Clean this up a little bit on the edge here. Highlight here. Oh, actually, one thing I did try and it didn't go over great. Well, I get it. Oh, you mean the schooling stuff? Sometimes the stuff comes in a little late. Have to be looking off screen or something like that. Sorry. Let's go back to this. A little bit of shading here. I was gonna like bring out the details, right? Switch to. Oh, you do get that joke. I'm sorry. If you're are you a mommy? Wear your jeans high and tight, high up into your eyebrows. He's feathering up in heaven, watching you, making sure you're following Proto. So, like, if you do know what that is, that's fantastic, because I know that's not a rare thing to be a fan of your Mom's House podcast anymore, but like, it's still weird to find people out in the wild. And great. To hear the horror stories of being a stand-up comedian too, that's treacherous. Super treacherous, right? I think we're good here. Let's move on to the body. Oof, damn, I gotta go do something to drop the leg later. Okay, it's cool, man. Thank you for hanging out. No problem. Right, now we need a reverse. So we need to select this. Select add. Select that layer. Deselect that. I'm trying to make this easier on myself by like selecting the right part of the layer, but it's just making things tricky. Screw it. I'll just fix it later. Just like that. Okay. Anyway, carrying on. This doesn't want to resolve itself. Shading time. We want to use a different pink. Maybe like a red. What's the opposite of pink? What would be the opposite of pink? So that'd be between like greenish, maybe like a greenish purple. So we'll try purple first, just because they use like a weird like flesh, like a full flesh tone when they shade it in the official art, and I think it's a little weird. So maybe we'll go with purple. primary enough. Do that. This will be overlay as wheel.
What makes
Great.
one head of
Do it
lettuce
darker,
better
though.
than another?
Let's do, like,
take scrutinizing freshness
that.
to a whole new level, where only the best of the best will do. That means not every leafy green leaves
Got like a
the
nice
field,
glow
not
almost
every
to it.
grape makes the grade. So when you shop Pick and Save, you know it's not just fresh, it's fresher than fresh. Pick and
Let's
Save,
correct that a
fresh
little
for
bit.
everyone.
And now you'll find more ways to save on your favorites. When you download digital coupons, you can use up to 5 times in one transaction. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
And this, I'm gonna try again here. What I might just do is, I'll just do the line tool. Trying to be a little more elegant about how to do it. Shortcuts and stuff like that are very important when you become like a digital artist, because speed is a very important part of the workflow. This. Deselect that. Why is it working the opposite way, I think? Maybe I gotta do it the other way. There we go. That's what I wanted. Alright. So what do I do? Control-Shift-I now, and then delete. Now it should be just what we had. Yeah, perfect. Got it. Don't worry, I figured it out. I get it. Oh. Right, the edges there. That's pretty much it. We just gotta color in the eyes now. I feel like this can be improved a little bit too. The upper part here a little bit. Okay, other way. I'm happy with that. I don't want to futz around too much because we got 5 more to do of these, so let's get into it then. Color in the eye, and I think we can call it a day, except for the mouth here. We want to get that done here. So let's do like a this with the Doodle brush. And then we'll do a darker red. And then we'll do a lightened, kind of like, what's the word I want to use? A lightened, brightening. Colors for the eyes. So we need like a low saturation red, almost. Something like red. Any of them go too high red. It's a weird shade of red. It's like super pastel, but also kind of bright red. It's too purple. It's too bright. It's just meant to be super low. Go with that. That looks alright. Because then when we shade it, it'll look more bright red, right? Okay. And just remove full blacks will go into the... Actually, no, we might want to do... We want to try that this time? Do we want to try doing the... Currently... Okay, oh yeah, Manila. Yeah, I guess... sort of island will be more of a treacherous, watery situation. That's what I want to use. Rainfall will be more intense usually, right? Are you guys in like monsoon season? Is that a thing? Am I being like geographically naive right now? Probably try shading these eyeballs a little bit more with maybe like a dark red. I guess it should. Yeah, I guess like right around now would be the end of ours. Maybe, or maybe like the end of it. America, it's August. Well, it's the end of July, about August, which means that it should start tapering into like its hottest. So we should be getting our like unbearable weather right about now, which is happening. It's just amazing, just fantastic. Love it, love it. It's not shading at all. What is going on? It is. I wonder if it's. Oop, right there. I wonder if I'll ever get sick of doing Simpsons references. I don't think anybody really would be. I'm in my like 80s. I'm just dropping like steam ham references and shit. Steam ham for dinner tonight. Talking about it's not a thing. Oh, show you. Tribes of Midgard, I have not. I've heard of it though. I think another one of my buddies is actually playing it right now. They were. Looks like they're offline now. I haven't actually played it or looked at it. I have heard of it though. Like I said, mostly just for people who I know. What's the style? Is it just like a RTS style, or is it more like a action game? I have to be somewhat careful about what games I invest in now, because I am fully loaded. Tons of stuff to play. That's too dark. How is it too dark? Oh, I guess I shaded this one already. We kind of just have like big old brusher. Still not sure about that one, but I can go for it. It's an RPG survival game. Okay. So I think I have seen that one. Like a screenshot or two of it.
These days, a credit score can feel like a report card for adults. Good grades get a loan with low rates. Poor marks, and you're in trouble. But what happens when credit bureaus fail? If they report the wrong facts, your score can drop for no reason. Consumer Reports is fighting to hold credit bureaus accountable so you don't pay for their mistakes. Join us at cr.org/mycreditreport and join the fight for fairness. Consumer Reports, celebrating 85 years as a
Touch
nonprofit.
any more of that, it'll look weird.
There's never been a better time to
Round this
switch to
part out.
Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Click to try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today. In 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching.
Blown out.
Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
Does that look right? So weird. I'm gonna max this out. I want the mouth to be just. I get the idea. It's RPG survival, so fantasy survival, kind of maybe in the vein of like top down, like Diablo kind of style survival. It's the idea. Alright, I think that's pretty much as far as we're gonna get. Comes to shading and drawing this stuff. Otherwise, we can out. Solid, etch. I think what we can do also is make this a little bit darker, so we'll go in with a type of sort of more of a base defense every night. So, would you say it's kind of like Valheim with just, I guess, like elements of like the forest or something like that? That's what I'm drawing conclusion in my head what it would be looking like, right? Let's try this. Wrong layer. I am on the wrong layer. There. See darkers? Man, I must have really screwed this one. It's been like a whole week since I've done this, and it's like completely gone off the rails. I guess it just doesn't respond to that color then. Let's just try drawing it on there and see what. There we go. That's what I wanted. Sort of dark shade, like over this guy's head. Otherwise, I'm just sitting here boiling away and not. Just gonna cut it off then. Shade this out. And then we'll go back in with the defining brush later. Clean it up. Alright, and then we have this. Cut off the edges. Yes, and then we will do I. The basic gist is from what I've seen for other people play it. You have all morning and afternoon to get out of the gather material drops, do quests, and other stuff to prepare for an invasion. At night, you have to protect the tree Yggdrasil at the center of your village. Okay. But in terms of gameplay, like literally how you play the game, is it more so like first-person shooter, third over the shoulder, or is it top-down like a camera looking down at you like Diablo style? Because I gotta get the idea that it's more Diablo style for some reason. Let's do this. Let's make this easier for this layer. Let's do it again. There we go. Here, brush. I'm spending a lot of time this way. This is supposed to be really easy. Concept. It is top down. Okay. Part of me kind of figured. It is really dark. I don't know why that is. Oh, I think it's because the brush doesn't have any sensitivity to it.
Baby, I know all your secrets, but you tell me stupid lies. Oh, you think you can escape now. Got it all just figured out. You can fake it through the ceiling to the rooftops while I'm leaving. You're my greatest mistake. Greatest mistake.
Alright, and now we tweak it down. So I'll have to check that out. I do like. I've actually. Probably one of my more favorite types of games to play now is the survival style game. So I'll at least check it out. I know it's popular too. And after a toiling of how long have we been going now? Almost an hour and 20 minutes. Holy crap! That was not what I wanted. There we go. There we go. So that's Corley buff, I think, is what someone might have coined it as. Made this one quite big, actually, so it's a little trickier to fit in here. Let's put this right there. Come out a little bit. There we go. So it's like they went to a theme park and got a Corley buff, or a Corsola hat. That's what the string is meant to imply, at least. So we will call this one Corley buff. I think actually. I think Sid's actually came up with that. Good call. Thank you for that. Alright, that's one. We want to start shading the ground around them. That might be a good idea, right? Let's do that really quick. I gotta scroll chat down. Gotcha. Thank you for the follow-up on that. Can't confirm. Sid said please. So stark. Okay, let's. Oh my god. I clicked off of the program and tray icon going nuts. I like how I was trying to, not to go into it again, but like to describe like the idea that like your intestinal tract is not like it's through you, not inside you. It's weird. Anyway, avoiding that conversation once again, we now have Corley buff, which is adorable, and we'll pivot on to our next one here. It is absolutely swamping my body in this fucking apartment right now. I don't want to turn on my AC. A, it's loud. B, it's expensive. And C, personal choice? We'll go with that. Okay, so back to our regular brush programming. Okay, go. So again, that combination looked like this. I basically just drew like a hat version of it. I'm gonna try and make it look like cheap and like, you know, theme parky, but I didn't know how else to do that other than just drawing a hat, so. Like the little holes in the side for like the string and all that. Almost do it. Screw it. I was gonna say, do I want to try doing it this way, or we'll see how it turns out. I think it's funny, so it's worth trying it out. So here we go again. We got a fresh one for you. Everybody's gonna have a fresh guess at this one. So how's Monster Hunter been treating you guys? You finding it like still rewarding and you're getting what you want out of it? I guess is the question I'm gonna ask. Because I don't know how often or how much progression is left for you, other than I guess just like things getting harder and harder, hitting harder, taking more damage or something like that.
Want to hear something amazing? Discover matches all the cash back you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year, automatically, dollar for dollar, with no limit on how much you can earn. Extra cash? Come on, how amazing is that?
Details of this,
In
but we
fact,
have to
it's
draw it
even
all
more
over again.
amazing when you realize all the places where Discover is accepted. 99% of places
this
in the
way.
US that take credit cards. So when it comes
This
to
way as
Discover, get used to hearing yes more often. Learn more at discover.com/yes. 2021 Nielsen Report. Limitations apply.
It's already super cute. This pose is like almost identical to the official art. Looking at the official art for this one. Should match up real quick. Yeah, so Monster Hunter. How are you finding the replayability? Like, I know I've asked this before, but I feel like I forgot over like how you just keep going back to it. Is it something you continually find rewarding, or is it something you have to dig into to try to find like progression with or something? Because I get the impression that it can, like, I don't know how many hours you can milk out of it, is what I mean. It's mastery after the story. Okay. And mastery means that, like, basically the like a monster might take like several tens of attempts to do or something, or like, you know, grinding more difficult armor or varied armor from different types of monsters in order to make like specific armor sets and stuff. Or is it just I beat the last endgame monster with 3 weapons at this point. Okay, so you're basically just going through like the variation and not just using one weapon and choosing that as a difficulty, right? You're swapping it out and making it harder for yourself, essentially. There we go. Up. There we go. Some go for beating monsters and without weapons, or just be. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah, I kind of noped out, didn't I? I mean, obviously I'm not playing it anymore, but I think I just saw like what was next, and I was like, I just wasn't having fun with it anymore. I think if I muted the, what's her name, the handler, I might be able to enjoy it a bit more, but even then, I think I just found it overall just not as rewarding as something like Sekiro. Let me go check my personal best. Okay, been speedrunning at one of my favorite monsters and Wayne Weapon. Okay. There we go. it. Yep. It's color time. My best took me 4 minutes and 37 seconds. I'm trying to remember my fastest. I don't even remember. Like, one that was even more difficult that I could say required, like, proper planning and then, like, you know, proper execution and all that. Because I imagine some weapons might be easier to do that. Quagsire, you got it. Yep. You get it. I'll go through the actual arc here in a second. Lobby. Okay. But yes, it is. You got it. Good. And we'll go with this one. That looks pretty good. Yeah, with this one, spoiler, it's the same as last time. It's a Pokemon that went to a theme park. The other one has a hat. Actually, I was thinking about it too, because these two, like this and Wooper, the pre-evolution of Quagsire, they were great in Pokemon Snap. Super fucking good. Adorable. Hey, welcome back, bud. It's round 2 of 6. And who do you think we've got here? Actually, no, we should probably wait for the other. Yeah. Let's just go straight. Do that properly. The guy that inspired me to play Charge Blade only took 3 minutes 11 seconds. Okay. It is Quagsire and Igglybuff. Yes, this one's fairly easy, right? No offense, but yes, it is a little bit of an easier one. Okay, that's not completely filled in. So, oh, okay. Okay,
Magnolia Network is
There we go.
here. We are back with all new episodes of Fixer Upper Welcome Home.
Okay.
I'd work harder,
Go.
not smarter.
Yeah, I can definitely hear thunderstorms outside, which is awesome. Make it easier to sleep tonight, but I don't know how long they're going to
I
last.
think if your kitchen is not messy.
I'm one of those people that loves
And
thunderstorms.
brand new shows from inspiring storytellers every week.
You're gonna leave feeling just maybe you can do it too.
Magnolia Network. Stream now on Discovery Plus.
Oh, here's a question for you.
Dear Mathis,
So,
we've been through a lot.
I've watched all The Mandalorian. I've watched basically seen all the Marvel movies up to now. I went actually saw Black Widow in theaters. I wasn't a big fan of it. But if I were to do Disney Plus, because I do want to see Loki, even though I'm not like super enthused to see it, I'm hoping it's at least fun and entertaining. What is the other shows I should be watching on there?
Tap the banner to find your mattress match. Ashley Home Store. This is home. See store at ashleyhomestore.com.
'Cause I don't want to just do that for that and then just not. Well, I don't know if I regret it actually. Because I wouldn't mind watching like The Empire Strikes Back, maybe even Last Jedi, or not Last Jedi. I might watch Last Jedi because I know like people are kind of like coming back on it. They tried something new, even though it was not great. Apparently, people didn't like Empire Strikes Back when it came out either, and I don't like it. Star Wars is forever going to be one of those things where it's just like, yeah, whatever. Just, people have their opinions on it. Just whatever. But it is fun to like know that back in the day there were still people who were like, oh, I don't know about Empire Strikes Back. It's too weird or different for me. Nowadays, it's it is my favorite actually. I didn't really like any of the most recent movies at all, really. Hot take, I know. Real hot take. See? Mask off the darker color there. This. That. Not really. This is literally just like top. It's like if you got Mickey Mouse ears, right? But it's Pokemon themed. But I guess it has that kind of vibe, right? It has the gray set style. Yeah. What if? What if? What if? Quagsire became Sekiro. Right? That'd be fun. Write that story. Mango. I did try the original Neo, and I don't hate it, but it just didn't grab me. The original one, at least. I don't know if Neo 2 is better, but I also might want a palate cleanser. I don't know if I can just stick to just like games that step on your dick all the time. You know. Some people get into that kind of thing. No offense, but. Not constantly. Although, I don't know if the actual thing. Neo 2 is better? Okay. Well, we'll see. I would have to buy it. I'll have to wait for that on like a sale or something, right? Summer sale or whatever. Steam. Who knows? Maybe it'll be on like the Epic store for free one time. I was actually thinking about it. Like that doesn't really like Steam, like the Epic store having sales does not really affect my buying habits at all. Really, it's all been stuff I've had or like that I don't really care too much for. I thought it would. Yeah, okay. That's actually much more in line with what I was imagining. Is that I liked Neo. I did beat a boss, and it took me fucking forever. That first boss on the boat, that one took way too long. Did that one come out? The Sekiro came out in 2018 or 2019, and then I think Neo came out like 2017 or 2018 or something like that. A hard time remembering which one was first. Right? Shit. We gotta do it. Neo was... Oh, well, I'm sorry. The original Neo. Neo 1. If you will. Do is I'm going to make this line a little bit. Yeah, 2017. Okay, so it was definitely way before Neo. Well, it was in development at that point for a second. something like that. Now it looks like it's shaded on him. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do another layer. This one will be overlay actually. Maybe not actually. Whoa, okay, we don't want that. We want normal. There we go. And then we'll do another one with overlay. And this will be our lightening layer. What I'm gonna do right now before I do anything else is put this mask down. Okay. Let's see. We want a bright blue. Something like this. Right on the nose part here. This top part's right below the mask. Okay. One thing I actually do look forward to playing Planet Zoo again is being able to name like people who are watching along. Because I did that first, Mr. Moo and some other people that was streaming that. Maybe probably gonna like, oh yeah, you have to do your screening. Potentially problematic, but I just sort of write it back. The shadows do look nice, right? See a bit better there. I like the color of it specifically. The highlights too, again, what make it pop. And then we'll actually come back in here and make it really pop on the light edges. Right, he has a chin and it comes out like this, or it curves. It's not just like a sharp chin in, so to speak. Here's like this, we don't want to highlight too much. We want the parts that are going to stick out the most, like, because you have to think of it as topology, right? So like, I'm just coming in. That kind of thing you have to kind of think about in your handlings. And you can also cut off like your shadows a little bit more with that too. Because like as like color approaches another, the contrast will either be highlighted or the tone or the saturation, that kind of thing will be highlighted as well. So you can accept it straight away, or at least conscious of it, right?
Shop it around and think it over.
Again.
In a CarMax, we'll buy your car even if you don't buy ours.
Have a brighter pink.
So if it's time to trade in your ride, get ahead of the game with an instant offer from CarMax. Real offers, real fast.
That gives us like a general brightness, right? So now what we can do is go over it again with just straight up white, actually. The brightest spots. He's like a, I won't say scaly, but he's got like that like salamander skin, right? I imagine at least. On his arms, maybe that'll probably be the brightest. Closest to the legs, probably best plot or best plan. Tail as well. The best part of the thing about this brush is that when you come in, the corners and edges of the brush where it matches it, because the brush is kind of like this shape, so when it's kind of like naturally tilting, different edges get combined, and I think that looks great actually. So we're gonna probably stick with. Oh, I gotta get this in here yet. The way it organically overlaps each stroke actually. There we go. Great, we done it. So the only thing I'm going to do now is a very subtle thing, and that's just to There he is. He's wearing a little hat. What I should do is brighten up the edge of the mouth a little bit yet. I don't want to fuck with it a little too much. No. I think it does that. Kind of just helps highlight that it's a smiling guy, right? Again, too much screwing around to ruin it. Quackly buff? I think quack buff is enough. Because if you do, well, I guess it is Iggly buff, not well, that's the thing. Iggly and Jiggly, the only thing different is the J, right? I think we'll just do quack buff. Oh, here's the fucking jam. The playlist right here. Alright. So that's 2. Here comes number 3. Oh, actually, what I'll do. Not that it's completely necessary, but these are the 2 episodes. So this is what we were combining, right? I'm looking at it again. He's just like so happy to have a little hat on him, right? Alright. We'll do one more and then I'm gonna take a little break. You actually get to see those images. Actually, no. The intermission screens for Doodle Day are actual O combination. It's only up to date to like I think episode like 11 or on episode 8. So a little behind on that. Okay, here we go. I think this one's pretty... I feel like this one's straightforward, but I'm trying to think of the method I want to use. Yeah, let's try this. I feel like a thinner brush actually helps allow more creative, like to get more like fine detail in there. Is what I mean. Alright, my phone is also my camera, so I can't really look at it right now. 1 second. Just want to see if it's anything important. I'll be right back. Okay, so I got an emergency weather announcement for my area. It expires in an hour, so that means it's probably been going on for like about 20-ish minutes or something like that, and they're just like now like, okay, we should probably start warning people. But I think I can hear like a thunderstorm warning right now. Keep that warning. a tornado warning. Okay, that's a little bit more severe. Yeah. Let's keep an eye on that.
Hey, I'm Jordan.
An excessive heat warning nearby as well.
Lemon kale Caesar salad is how the textures combine the warm grilled nuggets and the dressing and lemon juice. That's my favorite.
Order the new lemon kale Caesar salad on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real guests paid for the testimonial.
Active alert. Let's go to that.
Black Friday sales for new furniture?
Warning by
Yes.
state.
Did I keep that promise? Technically, yes. At Ashley Home Store's Black
So
Friday
hard.
and July sale, now extended through Monday. Get up to 40% off, plus get an additional 10% off or 72 months
So we have
no
a
interest.
okay. So we do have a tornado warning that is meant to expire by 2 in the morning. So we have about 45 minutes of that.
Ashley Home Store. This is home.
Waukesha, a walk. Okay, so yeah, we. Sorry. Let me just check something again. I'll be right back. Okay, so we officially have some more severe weather warnings going on right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually call it a night, unfortunately, just because this is a bit more severe. Like, it's gonna be for about another 45 minutes, so I don't know if you can hear that in the background. Yeah, so there's a lot going on right now. Yeah, it's understandable, right? I'll be back in some fashion, either later tonight. But yeah, I will see you guys soon. Wish me luck. It's just getting loud and thundery, so it's probably... so there is some kind of siren, yes. It's a severe weather siren, and as of right now, we are in a... let's refresh just to make sure. Thunderstorm... severe weather. Okay, so there's a severe weather and potential tornado warning. So if you're in Wisconsin, like I am, please check your weather announcements. There seem to be some in the other areas as well, but check your weather announcements. It's getting pretty bad. Be safe. Basements abound. Check in with your family and loved ones and make sure they're fine too. But 45 minutes is all it's going to be, so I don't believe it's going to be that bad. It's just one of those things where you have to be aware, right? So I will see you guys at some point. Bye.